Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, who is currently on a 4-day visit to Meghalaya, shared with the media on Friday that the central government is extending various financial and developmental support to the state through its ongoing schemes. During the media interaction, she mentioned that 92 villages in Meghalaya along the India-Bangladesh border would be granted the status of first villages of India. She explained that this initiative is part of the central government's Vibrant Villages program, which seeks to provide recognition and promote development in villages located along international borders, particularly for strategic and defense purposes.
In that 92 villages from Meghalaya,
on, it's being managed from home and defense together. So Vibrant Village is now a more comprehensive approach towards holistic development of those villages which are on the border. What it does is, as different from a border village, the earlier program, is not just develop access of road or telephone connectivity, but this gives livelihood options for the communities which are living there, improving not only connectivity but, as I said, many of the basic indices.
I'm talking about outcome all over the country, which includes Meghalaya. Now, all states use a public account system which is digitized called SMA Sparsh, because it tells you transparently how much money went for which scheme. For every state, everybody can get a look at it. So the SNS Sparsh brought in transparency. It was part of the tide fund. We told states to do it, then get more SASK. All states have benefited from it. 18 states have reduced wastage of land in industrial areas because of SASK tide funds. 22 states have now allowed hostels in industrial zones. Even here today, one of the things that we're doing is working with an hostel. Similarly, many states have done that. 28 states are building hostels for working women, includes Meghalaya. You saw the foundation being made. 25,000 old government vehicles have been scrapped. So polluting vehicles belonging to government have all been scrapped, part of the tide fund of France. More than 90% of land maps have been digitized and geo-referenced. 91% of all land rights records are digitized. This is a very people-friendly step, because rural areas, when people own one piece of land also, they don't have proper documentation or paper in their hand. So even if they own that land, they can't even go to the bank and say, look, keep this paper, give me some money, I want to do some business. Unless that is digitized and given to them. That was also achieved through this SASK. So the incentives that we gave, 22 states have achieved over 10% growth in their own capital expenditure, because center was giving, states also put their own money, and that they received a 20,000 crore performance incentive for it. So SASKI has actually helped states to build assets which they wouldn't have been in a position to build for the next 10 years also without that money coming in. So that I want to highlight has benefited Meghalaya in so many different ways. Now, SASKI.
Nirmala Sitharaman also spoke about the government's focus on supporting the agricultural sector. She said that financial assistance, including matching equity grants, would be provided to all 67 farmer-producer organizations or FPOs in Meghalaya. This support is expected to continue for a period of 3 years, aiming to strengthen the FPOs and improve the livelihoods of farmers across the state. These announcements reflect the centre's emphasis on inclusive development and enhanced infrastructure in remote and border areas, particularly in the northeast.
Financial support is given by the center. 18 lakh per FPO is given for over 3 years, and matching equity grant is also given 15 lakh. Credit guarantee facility is provided for the FPO of 2 crores. Training and hand holding is also available for FPOs. We announced in the budget of 2020 that all over the country we form 10,000 FPO groups. Now, only in Meghalaya, 67 farmer producer organizations have been formed. They are in the areas of turmeric, ginger, pineapple, oranges, and spices like pepper and bay leaves. 44 FPOs from Meghalaya are now present in the ONDC, Open Network for Digital Commerce, which is a public platform. So Northeast has actually benefited, and I gave the numbers for Meghalaya, but all states have also benefited because of it. Prominent among all the FPOs in Meghalaya are the Tangsim Agro Farmer Producer Company in North Garo Hills, who are probably doing banana chips and jackfruit chips. They are doing extremely well. They are supplying to mother dairy stores all over the country, particularly in Delhi, you find them. Then you have the West India Hill Farmer Producer Company, which has a turnover of more than 1.1 crore. Very good leadership by the farmers. Then you have Jiran Farmer Producer Company in Reboy district, which are supplying to the Reliance Smart and many other bigger marts, wholesale marts, and they are present in multiple states. Then you have the Eastern Reboy Organic Farmer Producer Company, which is into organic ginger and many other products, spice. 5,500 organic farmers are benefiting by that one FPO. I'm just giving you a broad picture. These are measures about which I'm reviewing and going through. And the final one thing is in the second phase of vibrant villages. You know, in the first phase, the border villages, which are the western side, go close to Pakistan border.